from last night was, you create your own stage, your audience is waiting. And the footnote to that story is when she got home from the Academy Awards, I found the Oscar on my desk in the middle of my blotter, and she had written a note. She said, find a place for him.
I want to talk to you about the elephant in the room. Do you know what I'm talking about, the elephant in the room? The thing that we all know is there, but nobody really wants to talk about because it's complicated and messy and not easy. What I see all around the world is that this is the #1 challenge to assistants in our workplace, and that's the issue of speaking up. Or rather, the reluctance and the inability to speak up when we know we should, but we don't. The subject is personal to me. I understand what it feels like to be paralyzed and mute and unable to find the words to say when faced with a difficult person or a situation. I know what it feels like professionally, and I know it personally, having stayed in an abusive relationship for far too many years before I got up the courage to say enough. And my world has never been the same.
We were in this house in Upper Montclair, where my office was, and Olympia's mother, Alexandra, lived with them for a number of years. And Alexandra was in her mid-80s at the time, and she occupied the first floor dining room, which they converted into her bedroom. And Alex was a little lady, under 5 feet tall, but she had a mighty spirit, and you all need to know that it is from Alexandra that this lady right here gets a lot of her dramatic talent.
Right across from me, about where you are, were Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, who were accepting for Batman that year. And Jack was sitting there looking very Jack with his sunglasses. And I could tell that from across the table, Jack was trying to figure out who the heck I was.
On this particular Saturday, sometimes these things happen on weekends, Olympia was landing at LaGuardia Airport in New York, and she needed to get to a speech in Princeton, New Jersey. But of course, on that Saturday, I made sure that the plane landed on time, and it did, and I'm thinking, check, that's great. Okay, then I made sure that she connected with the limo. Check, that happened. I'm thinking, I'm home free, no problems, until the phone rang.
The more successful a woman is, and there's data to back this up, the less she is liked. Do we think that that's true in the world? We do, a lot of nodding heads. How about, ladies and gentlemen, we decide in this room to just not do that anymore? It's not serving us.
She still walked into the room 20 minutes late. Well, when she walked in, standing ovation, Olympia Dukakis moved heaven and earth to be at this event. I knew it was me. But they had a great time, it all worked out well. But isn't it true that we often don't get the big, there were no flowers, no parades after that happened, but I call those the save the day stories. Don't we pull off those little miracles every single day? Admit it, we do.